Hi guys, hey, what's happening? How you doing? I'm feeling great today. Hey, welcome to the channel. You done already. It's pure jokes and laughter about ya. Listen, you guys, listen. This is a true story, okay? Home versus school. You guys need to really understand why you do see my children and you embrace them the way you do. Oh, you always have a beautiful comment or compliment about the children or the way they are. And, I get overwhelmed sometimes, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's not easy raising children, And especially it's no joke thing raising these blouse knot teenagers. You understand? That want to come give you blouse knot. Listen, you guys, hold on. Because this is the one I said I'm going to try my best to not laugh on it, right? But these children, these teenagers around here could end up making you have pitney bipolar, okay? Now, I'm going to make my Jamaican people get that out the system for a second. I'm going to give you the translation. Hold on. And so the translation of pitney bipolar is where you have bipolar between the hours of 8:30 and you have pitney bipolar from 3:30 in the afternoon, from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till about say 10. You have pitney bipolar around here, okay? And pitney bipolar means that you've got bipolar in those hours only. Why? Because the children are home, okay? So that's my version of trying to put words together that people will crack up even more and not take it offensively that I am criticizing that about bipolar. No. So let's pause there. So don't come for me. Okay? What I'm trying to do is make people understand the terminologies I use so they can understand the levels of it. So it's mixing things. You know, when you're watching cake, people doing their magic and they put this in it and then they put that color in it and it makes the cake all different colors. But how did you do that? But it's their technique. So it's a kind of like the same kind of way in a comedy way that you use terminologies and phrases and merge it together. And then people can understand when you use the terminology and understand the joke even better. And that's my version of breaking down my terminology. So if I feel like I need to break a terminology down, done now, I'll go break that down, innit? Because I want you to understand why I use it. So going back to pitney bipolar, it means that you only have this situation going on in these hours between 3 and 10 at night. And then after that, you're good. You're all right. There's nothing freaking you out. There's nothing you got to keep watching. There's nothing you got to keep talking about. There's nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's supposed to be a joke. So I hope you're laughing and you can see why I call it pitney bipolar around here. Because that's the only time my head can't concentrate. What is going on in my house? What is going on? Do you understand? I mean, really and truly, you guys, listen. If you've got teenagers, then all what I'm about to say, you are fully gonna get it. Honestly, it is no question about it. You're gonna get it, right? And if you've got children that are older than teenagers, then for sure you're gonna get it, right? So this is for you too. And if you're a grandparent and your children have children who are teenagers, you're going to get it. And then you're going to be reminded of your children. So you're going to get it. So here we go. This is for you. And if you're a parent whose child has not reached teenage years, then this is also for you too. Because let me tell you right now, darling, you're going to bloody remember this and think, what? That lady did make sense even though it was a joke. Where's her video again? Where's that thing again? Yeah, I bet you're going to go on a search for me, mate. You're going to see a Simon round here. Oh, yeah, because you're going to think, nah, she was absolutely right. She told me to get ready. She said, take notes, mate. Rewind it. Take notes. She told me to, prepared me. But did I take it on? Now look at my bloody life. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. Don't do that to yourself, because we all do it. And I'm just trying to help people to not do it to yourself. Listen, you get some information and you think, jot that blouse knot down. How about that? Put that in an archive somewhere, because you may need that. Okay? So that's what it's about. So anyway, let's get back to the joke. So it's home versus school. Right. So I've got these teenagers, and before they were teenagers, right, I started to see that, people, not just myself, was complaining about things, like, things that they're doing, and you think, why do I have to keep telling you the same thing? Stop leaving dishes in the sink. Why do I have to keep telling you the same thing to put the stuff away correctly? Why do I have to keep telling you about your dirty clothes being in it? It was getting like, what is going on around there? I can't do this, this is madness. No. Oh, no. Hold up. No. And then you've got other things to be dealing with. Come on, people. You don't know how it is already. So you're thinking, no, fam. And then you're talking to people, and then they've got children that age as well. Or they've got children that's a bit older in that stage already, and you're hearing certain arguments that's going on in the yard, or, you're on the phone and you can hear background madness going on. You're thinking, oh, no, I couldn't do it. I better prepare myself around here. Oh, no, I better get prepared for this stage, because I can't do it. They will freak me out. Like, I will go mental Lulu up in this blouse knot. And I just don't know my name. It would be one of them things there. Seriously, you guys, don't be cracking up right now. I just felt I couldn't do it. So you know what? Nah. Let me tell you how I did it. Real talk. Because I know that I'm so glad and grateful, like seriously. But it is hard work. It's hard work, and I feel for you. Anybody that's listening to this right now and you've got teenagers, mate, that you could talk till die kingdom come. You could have read from Genesis to Revelations, and you still can't get the child to do what it is that you need the child to do. Bout ya. Aya. Hear me out. Aya. Seriously, you see what I mean? My anxiety is kicking in, car. I don't think you understand the investment I had to do in my children, you know what I'm saying? And you know what was so bad? Let me tell you something as well, right? You see, cause I'm Caribbean, right? My heritage is from the sweet Jamaica, you understand? So I've been raised certain levels, you understand? I don't care what nobody says around there. The difference between you and I, brethren, is your passport. Other than that, don't come talk to me about no levels of life, because I understand it. You understand what I'm saying to you? I was raised them ways, and that's what used to upset me, because I'm thinking, fam, do you know what it was like to be outside and you're washing your garments, in a bucket, when you don't know there's a washing machine in the kitchen? Shut your mouth then, innit? Do you know what it's like to have to wring out a blanket, Wring out a blanket with your hand? And she don't want it to drip and wet up too much above her pavement for her to pass and slip? Don't play with my grandma. May she rest in paradise, Champion Reed. But I'm so grateful for them teachings, Ooh. So that's why for me, yeah, I'm cool. I got this round there, fam. And then when I was blessed to go, oh man, I should even talk about that one day. But that was a blessing, yeah. Everyone that was there embraced us. I just give love, like, thanks so much. It was a beautiful experience. I'll always have a memory of that, So the thing is now, it's like, I'm starting to think I better get prepared, man, because I can't do this. Like, these children will have me on a loopy lala around here. And I'm not doing this pitney bipolar thing with them. Like, every time it's coming up to 3 o'clock, you start thinking, oh, my God. You start thinking, oh, who's going to come in today? And there's some nonsense with Samsons. Who's going to come? Which teacher's going to call me today and tell me that this child has done something and another? Or who's going to come in today and it's going to be an argument about, some stupidness, or who's going to come in today? So you start going down the list of all the things that you feel like you're just constantly running repetitive, the little mouse in the mouse in the wheel. You're just running around that blouse night from you see 3 o'clock coming up, because you might as well get prepared for it. You understand? Seriously, I bet you guys are cracking up, but this is how it was for me, right? And I thought, hell to the Moses, no, I cannot do this. And I am not doing this. And the worst thing about being Caribbean and then being raised by a grandmother like mine, and then my principles and morals with my mother, and then, my life and journey, and then you being told from the Bible, now here we go. It says, train the child in the way he should go. Train the child. Now, for me being black and Caribbean, the word train is, you shouldn't use that. I personally, hey, hear me out. Now, just hear me out, because I'm trying to get it out my system without laughing. I just think we shouldn't, that terminology with us shouldn't be connected in that term. Train a child, and then you're telling somebody who's black. So for the way I looked on it was like, you have to train the child. So train the child is like when you get a puppy, you got to train the puppy to pee on the mat correctly, not on the carpet. You've got to train the puppy to do his number twos pon the liquor mat, not on the stairs. You know them styles. You have to train. You understand? You have to train, right? When you have a child, you have to train the child to hold the bottle. You've got to train the child. You understand? Listen, you've got to train the child. The Bible says, train. So that's all it was for me. I couldn't see no other way. I thought, that's it. I'm about to train this child. I'm about to train them. But then I was coming with the whole, history of how to train the child. And then I realized, no, I can't do this, because I can't do this way. I can't do this generation way of training the child the way the Bible says. So I had to look for other terminologies that linked with the word train. It just weren't connecting for me. I just felt I was making mistakes, and I couldn't do it. And I just didn't want to be where I'm constantly saying the same thing every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to the point, you guys, that I felt, you know what? I'm about to put this blouse out yard like a lodger yard. I'm about to stick sticky notes all round this blouse knot, so I ain't got to say nothing around here. And fam, you think it's joke? I did it. At first, I did it. There's a sign in the bathroom. There's a sign in the kitchen. Ramp with me back here, Aya. And if you read it, we're good round here, blood, because I put it in a sign where you could see it. You ain't blind right here, and you can see it. So let you don't read the sign, and that sign is saying, keep me clean, keep mum happy. Blood, we good round here. The kitchen, yo, it says it, like levels, because I'm not going to do it. I can't repetitively keep doing it because it's doing my nuts in. So I had to find ways that was going to help me going through my stages of what I was going through with life, and balance it out for my children, so I'm not constantly being on them. And I just wanted the peace. I just wanted to be where I could grow with them, So anyway, I found my words. So the word that I was more really, really great to find, instead of training the child, it was more, mold the child in the way he should go. And I said, you know what? I like that word, mold. I can mold my children on how I'd like them to be. So when they grow up, they're there to be, the best they can based on the molding that they were given by me. Yeah, I'll take that. So that was it. So let me tell you how I was able to do it. Now, if I give you a second, because I know many of you may think, no, she didn't say mold. Yep, I sure did. And let me tell you why I used the word mold. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell people. You don't know where you can learn something or who you can learn something from around there. I'll tell you right now, you'll be amazed around there. I get blessed every day with information, you know what I'm saying? And I do. I just feel like, whoa. So when that blessing came, I was watching something, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh, it's parents even coming up. I can't even get too tough in watching this. It's something on God channel, and I thought, oh no, I can't even get too looked up into this, because I'm going to be late, and then I ain't going to freak out. So I thought, nah, you know what? let me just get ready for parents' evening. So my children have to go, I've got to go to 2 different schools, and I've got 2 at one and 1 at another. So it's parents' evening and it double up. So it's double up parents' evening. You got meaning you got to be in 2 places on one day. So that's why I call double up. So if I ever use the word, it was a double up appointment, you know that it means I had to do 2 schools or 2 locations with 2 different children. Like, man's just about like taxi mum about here, you know, them one day. But it's cool, I'm blessed. And you know what I'm saying? We make it happen, and it happens, okay? So it was that day. And so I'm in the classroom and meeting the teacher and getting my report, and everything is blessed and so forth. But you see me, Aya, let me tell you about me. I was very observant, you know, very observant. Very, very, very observant about ya. And I'm going into certain classrooms, right? And I'm seeing that there's like equipment out. You know them ones, like for instance, like art. Like when I go into the art teacher, you just see there's equipment out in it. So you got a section where there's paints, you got a section where there's brushes, you got a section where there's, you know, paper. It's just sectioned out. So, and then you got the middle where there's the table, so you could do what you're doing. So you could get what you need to get, and then you can do what you're doing, and then you just put back your things, and everybody's blessed. Everybody have a good day. See you at the next session. So when you're doing your parents' evening now, the teacher's talking, right? And I'm just looking around in art. I'm looking around in the biology. I'm looking around in the chemistry. I'm observing English. I'm just observing, and I'm thinking, you know what? Or what's going on in my head in that same time, guys? Swear down. You see, when I go home, yo, I'm about to pen to paper on you lot's blouse knot round there, because now you lot are taking the mick. You mean these people have you less hours than I do in a day, in a week, and these people can get you lot to put back these things and make this classroom look as if to say, don't no Pitney come up in their ear. But when you come home from 3 o'clock, I have to be chatting down there like as if to say, I'm chicken batty round there. Yo, fam, I ain't doing it. So guess what I did? I sit down in the classroom, and as the teacher talking, I said, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, very much, because me just, I do my Einstein, trigonometry, calculus, you know me, I can't help it. And I just sieve out my thing and said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Watch this. So I come out the classroom, and everyone's saying, oh, well done, you guys. I'm so proud. Well done. You know, feeling good. Give them their pump up, you know what I'm saying? If there's a treat on it, there's a treat. If there's no treat, or if it's a chill, it's a chill, you know what I'm saying? But we spend that time, we celebrate. I let them know, you know, well done, because it's hard. I understand it. It's hard. And especially if you've got barriers and stuff and labels that they want to come put up on your pitney. But we'll go on that another day. And, you know, but, you know, I get it. So I'm really proud, you know, do what you can, do your best. And that's me. I'm cool. You know, pressure around here. But you ain't going to be no lazy blouse and skirt around here. You better dedicate time to invest in your darn itself, or else you ain't got no Wi-Fi up in here. You done know. So it's one of them things. So I come home now, right, you guys? And now it's my time. They've all gone to bed and everything. And I'm sitting on the bed. And funny enough, the program that I wanted to completely watch was back up again. So I was able to watch it. But while I'm watching it, it's like I just couldn't stop reflecting on the classroom. It was like, you know, and I'm a maths person, right, you guys? And I hate that sometimes, but I like it. But then it's like I can't put y 2x equal, you know, 2x squared minus yx equals, you know, it just weren't doing it for me. I couldn't break down that calculus, you guys. I couldn't break down that trigonometry. It just like, how do they do it? How do they have my children for only 6 hours, you know, per day? And how many different children come up into this classroom per day? And they can get these children to put this stuff back. I said, all right. So you know what happened in it? I took whiteboard out for this. I never even took out pen to paper, because I thought I might have to do some calculating on this. And brethren, let me tell you right now, you're cracking up, but this is the truth. I took out my A3 size whiteboard on this blouse knot round there, Aya. And I'm telling you, I dissected out this thing and broke it down. And I figured, right, I know how I'm going to do this. Watch this. And I just simply mimicked the school's principal into the home, as well as my principal that they already know. And that's how I mixed my cake, and that's how I've got the peace in my home. So that's the joke of home versus school. And you're thinking, how? But what? But what? How did you're not giving us the joke? I don't get it. I know. Hear me out. When I realized that a school can have a child in the class for, say, 45 minutes, some 50, some 55, some an hour, wherever you are. So let's max it out to an hour just to make it easier for everybody to understand how I dissected it to make it easy. To give you the equal, this is the answer. So when I realized that the school can have my children for an hour, and within that hour, for instance, art, they've walked in, so about for 5 minutes for settlement, and about another 5 minutes to explain the assignment for the day, and for you to team up with who you're teaming up. And then you go and you get what you need and you bring it to the table and you handle your business and you do your best and you crack joke, and then somebody drops the water and it's all funny and then ha 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 and all of this, and then the teacher's stressed out and all of that. But anyway, the thing is, at a certain time, the teacher says, okay, brushes down, and everybody brushes down. Or she's like, 5 minutes left. There you go. 5 minutes left and everybody's blessed. And they're able to not only remove their drawings and their art and their beautiful work and put it in the right location to be able to make it dry. So when they go back tomorrow, because it could be a double up, then they can finish it or do the next part, etc. But the good thing is they've also washed out the brushes so that they're fresh and good for the next class, and they've put them in a location where they go, because those are the wet ones, and the ones you didn't use that are dry has been packed away back into the right location, and then the paper that you didn't need has been put back in the paper section. And then you also see that if you had an apron, you hanged back up the apron. Yo fam, hold up, you can get my children to do this in 45 minutes to an hour. And when I go into the bathroom, I still see the toothpaste where it don't belong, and clothes on the floor when the hamper's right beside it, and there's tissue beside the bin as if you was playing basketball and you missed. Oh, hell to the Moses, no, I ain't doing it. So that's what I did. I implemented the school thing. So I told the children, I said, okay, I called them in. It was group time. It was talk time. It was let's link. We've got to talk. I sent a text out. I sent a viral to the children. I said 6 o'clock, house meeting, living room. And I went downstairs and I said, here, what you guys, let me tell you right now, right? I ain't into it. Let me tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm not into it. So here it's going to go on around there. You see, the same way you lot can go and have your art class. And I broke that whole story down to them. Yeah, you guys, so you've already got the story. When they realised that's kind of true, I'm telling you, it was that for them. I said, so how could you go in the bathroom, listen to me, and take the toothpaste from where it belongs, spin round, do your Michael Jackson thing, lick on water, because you forever got music bumpings, because you can't just go up there and do your business and come out. You've got to forever have been beat, and you've got to be dancing and doing your thing, because mirrors is just all about and you're just feeling good. All right, I get that. I get that. Have your moment. But you can't put back the toothpaste thing, because I'm not have no leg for walk and go away if you go in a higher. That's the point, that it don't have legs to go back to where it needs to go back. There's not a remote control that picks it up, flies it over and drops it back. Yeah, and I'm not no one's Benson round there. It was that. I'm not doing it. I've done that hard work. Like when you pooed, who changed your behind? I just go there with them. I've done my bit, blood. When you couldn't reach your bottle, who gave it to you? So why am I now still doing that for you when you can do that for yourself? That was my point of teaching my children. So when I showed them that if you use something in the bathroom, put it back. That was basically I was showing them. Use the same principles you do in art in the yard and where everything is good around there. Same with the kitchen, because I got chefs up in there. So when they want to go up there and do their chef thing and turn it up. I don't business. But here we're going about here. Sort it out, innit? Art. Put back. I got a next one. She love bake. I don't mind. Bake your thing, baby girl. Do your thing, because your thing them nice. But don't let me go and then you got flour all over the place as if to say you didn't have a battle or something, or there's just you ain't put back your no, because it's problems now. We got problems. There we go. You got to hear the whole story again about art, and they have to stand there and hear it. I don't respond because I'm gonna make you understand something. I'm not doing it. So for me, you guys, that's the way I did it, and I hope it helps somebody today. You know, whatever it may be. Let's make them understand it's the same principle you do at school when you're only there for 6 hours. So I'm not doing no different, fam. So let's just live in good in it. Let's just live good in it. And then for me, I tell the children already, like, boys, no problem in it, because then that's the next thing. They get pocket money on a weekly basis. So if I got to do talking, don't look for that. Don't look for that, because that's cancelled. Don't look for that. That direct debit ain't going to you, bruv. You can air that out this week. I had to talk to you too much, or, so that's how I did it. All right, you guys. So I hope that made you laugh. I was able to do it without making myself laugh. I feel so proud. What a way I was able to do it. I'm so, so proud. So, so proud of myself for that. And I hope it made you laugh. And if you've heard anything that's helped you out, please remember, save it, send it, help everybody who's got teenagers to understand how to do this, because it's hard, isn't it? Talking about dishes every minute. Like I had a sign there. It says, use it, wash it, dry it, pack it. I'm done talk. It was them ways living up in here, because I'm not doing it. I'm not repetitively, and because everybody can read, you best read that, because you're going to lose Wi-Fi and you don't want it. See my point? So it was always that with me. I use tricks of the trades and trades of the trick. Hey, because my name is Alias. Yeah, you know what the end was. Anyway, thanks for reaching out. I hope this blessed you. If it did, bless somebody else. Don't forget to LSS, meaning like, share, and subscribe. And I am so blessed, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay blessed. Bye.